Hey everybody, Steven here. So this is part 13 of our Villa Tugendhat ARCHICAD tutorial, and so that's what we have. The last one we kind of added some more details, added some windows, and what I think I like to do is where is the images? Maybe work a bit on the back here. So if I drop this little guy here, maybe do this and maybe add this type of fence, and this one at the back, added those two little openings just to add more detail in general. And maybe after that we can just add some texture to the ground. And yeah, okay, let's just start. So here I'm working on the hot link. So what I can do now is maybe just add the railing there. Let's go back. It's similar to what we model on the other side on here. So I'm just gonna go back to the floor plan by pressing F2 to switch to a 2D floor plan mode, and I'm just gonna take that, make a copy, Control C, and go back to the first floor, which is around here, and press Control V to copy this. So from the image I could see that it wasn't actually resting on the slab, but it was fixed to the side. So that's why I'm just pasting it here, and that. Maybe this one I'm just gonna bring it a bit closer, and here I can just mirror it, and I'm gonna mirror in the diagonal here, so it'll be on that side. So I'm just using the mirror tool, this one here, and then using that diagonal as a reference, and I'm just gonna stretch that to here. Now I'm just gonna select this and the railing, and I'm gonna press F5, and it will only show those things in 3D. It's a good way of doing it if you have a lot of element in your scene, so you won't slow it down. And if we look at the image, so I'm just gonna go on the other side here. So I'm just gonna drag it down a little bit. And so I'm just gonna select those two here, and I'm just gonna stretch it down to, let's say, 200. Cool. And here normally I would have a staircase, so maybe for that I'm just gonna have a straight staircase. Maybe this one. Just gonna copy that, gonna bring it to here, and I'm gonna rotate it this way. And if I go back to our reference, there's like looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. I'm just gonna change that, edit stairs, because I just did a copy of the one that was on the floor below. You just wanna edit the selected so it wouldn't change the other one, and just rename stairs 8. That's fine. And here we want to change the number, so it's gonna be like 5. You can't, because this is locked, so you have to unlock this, and this is locked again. Because this one is locked as well. Of course, if you reduce the number of steps, this is gonna change. And here we have, and just press OK, and put it back here. Maybe you're just gonna put a section and go inside just to check how they relate to each other. So this one should be a bit higher, and if we look at 1.2, so maybe this one should be changed. So this is 1.2 as well, but of course by doing that it will change the height of the riser, but in this case those don't really matter, because actually I don't even know exactly what's the different levels, and maybe I just don't want to see that, so I'm just going to go back into the settings, and it's this one here. You just have to type it 0 and it will be removed. So now if you go back into 3D view, we got our staircase. Of course we can change the width, but before that I just need to check how many. So it's 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. So we have too many posts. So here we got 1, 2 and 4. So I'm just gonna select those two and change the number to 4. That's correct, and it's about right. I mean, we could reduce the size if we wanted to let's say 1.3, and we can shift that. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna add those little windows there. So for that I'm just gonna take this one because they're about the same height, and I think those windows are part of the basement, and they're around here I think. So I'm just placing the window roughly, and as you can see they don't appear. So why is that? I'm just selecting the floor just to hide it, just to see where the windows went. It's not showing. I think it's because, so that's the wall. Sometimes you can just drag the wall outside and see. So as you can see, maybe this is actually, it's on the ground floor, it's not on the basement, so that's what it wasn't showing. So I'm just gonna do Ctrl Z, bring it back, and go back to the ground floor and have the windows here. There's one here and a smaller one there. So this one is smaller. And let's say this one's gonna be like 1500s. So I go back in the settings. I'm gonna delete some panels, and I'm gonna change the width to 1500, and I'm gonna drag it to here. This one is gonna be a single panel. And I'm gonna set it to 750, and I'm gonna drag it to here, and let's go into 3D view. Let's go check the reference. So this is more closer to this. So maybe I'm just gonna take those two and just drag it so it's flush with that. But of course if you go back to here, this is touching, so we we can just either we just shift that, and voila, no issues. I mean, we can do whatever. We don't even know exactly what's the right dimensions, but just like that. And maybe I'm just going to push that here. And okay, let's go back. Looking good. I think the spacing here should be a bit smaller. Or maybe it's this window that needs to be wider. Maybe the window is wider. Maybe we're just gonna do stretch it so it fills the whole window. And this one we maybe put it in the center. And so this one is 2.6 maybe. Let's just